Hi, I'm Granny, and we're going down the rabbit hole of Nikola Tesla childhood episode 2. After the death of Nikola's older brother Dane, he began developing a variety of phobias, such as being repulsed by women wearing earrings or pearls, touching other people's hair, the smell of camphor used in medications, mothballs, makeup. He started counting his steps, measuring the volume of his food, and obsessing with the number 3. Some people believe Tesla had addictive tendencies, obsessive compulsive disorder, gambling, bipolar, and that the source was Dane's death. Tesla came to understand that he wasn't balanced in his life, and he searched for understanding. He was about 8 when he read Abafe. It was published in 1836 by Hungarian author Miklos Josica. He credits the book with helping him become more balanced, learning to control his wild emotions. The protagonist in the book had been a selfish, deceitful man who decided to change and ended up sacrificing himself for the well-being of his country. Nikola decided to improve his moral character, develop self-restraint, and ignore frivolous distractions. At 8 years old, mind-blowing. He also decided to work with his visions rather than against them. He began going deeper into his make-believe world of his imagination, fantasy, people, and countries he dreamed up. I marvel that at such a young age, Nikola was so self-aware to realize he needed to make changes in his life. And unfortunately, most of these things he's going to struggle against for most of his life. Tesla was a bright student with a photographic memory, compliments, I believe, from his mom. He astonished his teachers, showing he was able to do integral calculus in his head. His ingenuity and perspective impressed his mathematics teachers. His disinterest in drawing class resulted in Nikola failing so badly that his father had to intervene, creating a lifelong aversion to diagrams, which I find very interesting. Tesla was often sick as a child with a series of illnesses some believe could be attributed to his PTSD. When he was 17, he contracted cholera and was bedridden for almost a year. Cholera is a bacterial infection that can be fatal. And during this outbreak in his hometown, thousands died, and the town wasn't that big. The symptoms include diarrhea, vomiting, cramps in the abdomen, legs, nausea, extreme thirst, dehydration, irregular heartbeat, and low blood pressure. There were many times during this illness that took Nikola close to death. It was during one of these times he was able to convince his father he didn't want to become a priest, but wanted to become an engineer. While recuperating, he read voraciously, including writings of Mark Twain. Tesla described that when he met Mark Twain and shared how reading his books helped him through his illness, Mark Twain was so touched that tears welled up in his eyes. During this time of healing, Nikola theorized the nature of reality, concluding he could trace back all his mental images to something he had previously touched, saw, or smelled. He developed a mechanistic view of the world. He believed his perspective had real-life application. His unique perspective was critical to his problem solving, similar to his mother making improvements to the items she used. When Nikola recovered from cholera, his father sent him into the Croatian mountains with books and hunting equipment to regain his health. The law required Nikola to serve 3 years in the Austrian armed forces, but a doctor intervened to delay his admission. For more than 9 months, beginning the fall of 1874, 18-year-old Nikola wandered the forests and lakes of the eastern countryside, and this included wintertime. Wish I knew more about this. During this time, he developed his ability to use vividness of his visions into a powerful contemplative tool to study, imagine inventions that flashed into his mind. As he matured, he displayed remarkable imagination and creativity as well as a poetic touch. He imagined using hydraulic power to push tubes through pipes underwater to carry letters and packages. Think of banks sending the tube with your deposit at the drive-through window. And if you've seen large office buildings and their mail delivery system, this is also when he imagined a ring constructed around the equator of the earth to be used as a high-tech transport. Just as his father wanted to help educate people in Croatia, Nikola wanted to bring free energy to the world, to all the world. At 19 years old, Nikola began studying at the Polytechnic School in Graz, Austria. In addition to studying engineering, he also studied physics. He shared that his mother made him an embroidered bag when he left for Graz that he would always cherish. Tesla once said, "My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not yet penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know it exists," end quote. Thanks for spending this time with me. Please join me again when we continue down the rabbit hole of Nikola Tesla. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and share.